I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We could react to LeBron James caught wearing a pink dress by the Hodgetwins.
Do you want to do that one? I saw that one.
It's towards the top, I think.
Yeah, it's only 7.5 minutes.
Funny as fuck. Though.
All right, let's do it. Have you seen this one?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Okay. Going. Oh, wait. Probably check mics. I think I got everything running. Yeah, because we've been B-rolled. We B-rolled this one.
We've been B-rolling.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
307
Oh
Reacts.
no, you know what that voice means.
It's the boys.
We got a damn good show for you.
Damn good show.
So, is this the first time we'll have the Hodgetwins on our...
This is.
Oh,
Yes.
inaugural Hodgetwins podcast. I know
Yes.
all of my loyal, dedicated Casper liberal friends out there are like, Matt, how dare you? And I'm like, you're not watching anyway. So it's
You're
not
not
a big
watching
deal.
anyway.
I don't have liberal friends anyways. We're in Wyoming. It like doesn't exist. So, but anyways, yeah. So what do you give us a quick 1-2 on the Hodgetwins because I met these guys through you. Well,
Yes.
not met them, but like discovered them through you.
So the Hodgetwins, for those of you who don't know or maybe watching our channel for the first time or whatever, the Hodgetwins actually used to lean more towards the liberal side.
Oh, really?
As far as their politics
Okay.
go, yeah. And as they started to grow up and found out more about life and lived through experiences, and the one here on the right, he was in the military for a little while, and they both worked security jobs and stuff.
Okay.
They kind of found out, like, man, life is hard, and all of this shit that they say we're just supposed to have, it's not what we're really finding out is if you work hard for your shit and you're honest,
You can get it.
you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we don't know what these guys over here are talking about. And so they kind of slowly made a move towards, as far as politics go, towards the right side.
Yeah. Okay.
Now these guys are both comedians now. They used to work like a janitorial job or something together when they started doing comedy on Instagram.
Okay.
And they reacted to their first political video, and it was a person in a restaurant who came up to a guy wearing a MAGA hat and knocked the hat off, right? And it caused some big fight, okay?
Look, you come up to me in a restaurant if I'm wearing any hat and you knock
Get
it off
your
my
ass
head,
whooped.
we've got problems immediately, okay?
So they were simply saying in the video, nobody deserves to be treated that way. Doesn't matter what the hat says.
That's
who it
exactly
is,
what I'm
like,
getting at. Like, you don't just
yeah.
do that, man.
And oh boy, people who leaned farther left
Outraged.
dropped them.
Really?
Right? Fucking
How dare you?
called them all sorts of
Because
like,
it said
crazy
MAGA
shit.
on it?
Yeah, they're like, well, how dare you defend him? And
It wasn't
blah, blah,
that-
blah.
it
It's
wasn't-
like, what, bro? Like, conduct yourself accordingly in public.
No
Like,
shit, man. Like-
So anyway, they've always tried to see the logic and the reason behind things. I've even seen episodes where they call out people on the right. They call out people on the left.
Yeah.
I mean, they're comedians.
That's why I like these
Like-
guys. Like, when you first showed them to me, obviously, the way they present themselves, American flags, Eagles,
Yes.
all American made 17, like we the people. You look at these guys and you're like, oh, great, another couple conservative assholes that are going to come in here and like, try and tell me something about the way the blah blah blah. But they're really not that way. Like they're really not. They're just they're kind of like down the middle, like kind of like Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
That's why I like them is because
Yeah.
they kind of represent. Like they'll talk about both sides. Like the people on the left over here saying this and this, but then the people on the right come out saying this and this, and it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you people talking about?
Yeah.
And it's so I like that about
and
them, man.
Here's the wild thing. Let me ask you this, okay? Why would somebody make the assumption, right? Just like you did with the flags and the We the People, 1776. Why would they just assume that they're on the right side? Like you would think, regardless of political stance, you would be proud of your country. You would be proud of the things we've accomplished as a country. There's a lot of people, well, there's better countries out there. Okay.
Why? Because Canada has free health care? That doesn't make them better.
What part are you looking at? Like, because I mean, nobody in the world can touch us, right? We have the strongest military in the world, the craziest we
owe a lot of money. We're in debt.
We're in
but
debt.
I think almost every country's in debt except for like
maybe China,
Dubai or something like that, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dubai's not a country, is it?
No.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know, man. Never been, never will be.
but yeah, I mean, America's a great place to live, and that's why immigrants, like, if America's racist and it's blah 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 blah, like everybody says it is. why are there so many people trying to get in? You know what I mean?
Because we're free here.
We're free. Well, as free can get.
I mean, as free as you can get within regulation, which is, I guess,
we could be freer.
and see, therein lies the
vote accordingly.
Boom. There's messages all around in this thing. Okay, so with that, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers this year. If you guys can help us out and do that, or even at the very 30,000 subscribers, 40,000 subscribers. We're just trying to build the list here. Okay, so jump on board if you guys want to come hang out with us. That's all we're asking for.
And today. Sorry, I forgot to introduce the video. Today, they're talking about LeBron James caught wearing a pink dress.
So that's the topic of debate for today. So we're just going to listen to these guys talk and see what they have to say about it. So here we go.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show.
There you go.
Love it.
I seen this coming. Check out this picture. I seen this coming. You know what? LeBron looks good in pink. Everybody behind him seems to enjoy it, too.
Oh, my God.
You looking good, LeBron. Looking good. The wristband and
looking good, LeBron.
What the fuck? What's the gold chain for? I guess he's trying to keep it at least a little masculine. But anyway, I came across this picture on social
black
media.
men,
dark-skinned men, people cut it look good in pink. Have you noticed that?
It's contrast.
Goes good with their skin. It brings out the melanin.
Yeah. Did you know
the melanin? Is that what you call it?
The
melanin? Is that how you say it? Melanin? Melanin. You know.
I fucking listen. These guys are us.
Yeah.
We end up
They really
all over the board.
They really do, and that's kind of what again.
God.
That's when you first started showing them to me. I wasn't totally on board at first, but because I was like, it's just a political thing or whatever. It's not. A lot of times they're just shooting the shit about something they saw on the internet.
Or
and
in the news or
whatever it is. So yeah, dude, I like it. I like it. I really enjoy it.
Notice how
I didn't go back because
you
the
just
volume.
act like I'm not even
We'll
here.
fix
You
that
just
in
start
post.
talking. Have you noticed that? Did you do that? Nope. I think it's all up here. I think you imagining all that shit. You need to relax. That's what you need to do.
But anyway, I did some research on this picture right now.
Well, y'all hear that? Keith did some research. Keith did some empirical research. Keith's a statistician over here.
Right? So I came across this website. Go ahead and pull up the website.
Looking good, LeBron.
God.
Well, that looks like LeBron to the right, but to the left, that don't look like LeBron.
That look like some gay black dude. Now the one on the left, that's LeBron all the way. He looks masculine. He still looks masculine though, man. That dude's a beast.
Bet you see a dude that's 6'9" walking down the street like that,
I'm like, man.
and you look at him crazy, he be like, what? What's the problem? Did he come over and beat your ass? What happened? A black man in a drunk beat.
Cops show up, man. I don't believe that shit. Black man walking down the street look like LeBron wearing a pink dress and a pink purse. He beat you with the man. You know it's a crime to make fake crime reports, right?
Hey, so let me read the
Let me
article.
see that picture again.
Yeah.
See that picture. The only thing I don't understand,
LeBron is looking at somebody like, what you looking at?
What's with
the guy on the red, he's like somebody say, "Hey girl," he turn around.
hey girl?
So
if you wearing all that pink, why you wearing white shoes though, man?
What's with the belt too? Is that?
I really think it's a skirt.
Here's another thing that we need to establish, because I know so little about sports and the famous people in sports that I need to know legitimately, is this actually LeBron James or not?
This picture I can't tell. The one before definitely
looked like him, but was it actually, or is it just a photo that they found, like, because it's on this sportskita.com or whatever, so I'm wondering if it's just like they found, it's a magazine fodder, so like they found someone that looks very similar to LeBron in a pink dress, and they were like, look at this one. So I don't know what the actual thing is here. So if somebody could help me out in the comments section, let me know if, like, maybe not these two. I'm not sure. Is any one of these LeBron James, like, legitimately? Because I don't actually know. So, and maybe we'll find out here in a second. But
I mean, it's hard to tell because I know LeBron has a lot of arm tattoos.
Yeah,
which it looks like this guy does.
Right.
But I mean,
and he's got that
the
very
contrast in the picture.
I know he's got
that
very iconic, like, facial hair feature thing too. I just don't know enough about him as a person, or like what's going on. So I don't know. Let me know. Or let anybody know. We'll maybe we'll figure it out. Let's find out.
Let somebody know. Janice in accounting, let her know.
Yeah.
Why don't wear pink shoes too? And you got a pink T-shirt, you got a pink purse, you got a pink. Even his belt is pink. Why can't he just go with
that
pink
ain't
shoes?
pink? That's burgundy.
It's like brown or something. Yeah.
It's pink. It looks pink. It's a dark pink.
Yeah, you
Colorblind, man. Let me read the article.
Looks
Devil.
brown to me.
Several photos of LeBron James wearing a pink skirt and top. How to recognize you got
And
born in signs of liver disease?
You know we're all looking at that.
Kevin, what you been looking at? You got liver disease? That's not my computer. Look, several photos of LeBron James wearing a
That's not my
pink
computer,
skirt
look.
and top and carrying a pink purse recently surfaced online. The photos seem to have originated on Reddit before spreading all over social media. The original poster on Reddit claimed that James wore a pink skirt to celebrate the birth of his daughter.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
okay?
To celebrate the birth of your daughter. I bet you won't wear that shit in the hood. Hey, you wear that shit in West Hollywood. I bet you won't wear it in Compton. Hey, let me keep reading. Many of James' critics shared the photos to take a shot at the LA Lakers superstar. However, it's important to note that the pictures are not real. Hey, Keith. The photos have either been photoshopped
Look at
or
that video.
generated
So
by
there we go.
artificial
We found
intelligence.
out.
Look at the video. He's got like midget proportions. Look at his hands.
That's kind of true, yeah.
A big-ass man like that, them little-ass hands.
Well, not to mention big ass man, also NBA superstar. Like his hands aren't going to be these little tiny. Like he's going to have monster hands.
Looking at it right there, his head looks giant.
It looks weird. It definitely looks weird. Now that we have it in this little freeze frame here, yeah, for sure. But you wouldn't notice if you were just skimming through an article, you know, and you saw it, you'd be like, "Holy shit, LeBron James wearing a dress. What the hell is that about?"
Yeah,
and then
right.
you'd read celebrating his daughter's birthday, and you'd go, "Okay,
All right, whatever.
well,
On to the
do what
next
you got to
one.
do for your daughter. I
Yeah.
guess if that's what she wants you to do, that's what you're doing, dude. Whatever."
Look at them little-ass hands. Yeah, looking like a damn T-Rex. Look how big his head is. Look, you can totally tell
Look how
it's fake.
skinny his ankles is. Like a damn T-Rex.
LeBron look like a bitch.
So let me keep reading. So it turns out these photos are fake, but I see a lot of people going in on him.
Okay.
Like a lot of times, see, that's what I hate about, like, when they take clips of, like, Trump, they take it out of context and then they post them with a caption,
Yeah.
and it makes them look bad, right?
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, but
Vanity
then
Fair.
they did this to LeBron James, and turns out this fake, and I see people doing rebuttal videos talking trash on him,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even him.
Man, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad you pointed it out. You know what? Time for a commercial break. Go over to Mike Glendale. Go to mypillow.com. You get up to 66% off.
6
Tell them how,
cents.
Keith.
66 is 6% off.
You get 66% off.
6
Tell them how, Keith.
You just use
You took too damn long. Use discount code Hodgetwins. You get up to 66% off at mypillow.com.
That's amazing that they're sponsored
Don't
by
take care of that good white man
MyPillow.
over there.
No, that's false advertising. You said 66 is 6% off.
66%. 66. All right. Let me see. That's a great point you make. Can I say something?
Let me see T-Rex.
Can I say something?
Let me see T-Rex LeBron James while you're talking. Go ahead and keep talking.
Well, that's a distraction. I can't talk looking at that.
I can't
Man,
talk.
if
looking
that
at
was real, LeBron James's ankles would break with under all that damn weight.
Hey, man, turn that shit off. I can't even think looking at that. Like I was saying, you made a very great point, man. Look how easy it is to dupe society,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people think LeBron is actually wearing a pink dress and a purse. Look, this is what they've been doing to Donald Trump for like the last 6 years because the media's had an infatuation. They have been twisting the truth, bending the truth, making up things. Nobody don't know. They actually think the guy's a white supremacist. They actually think he's a criminal.
They actually asked the AG who for New York. They asked him
What?
asked him for
What?
clarification on what are the actual laws that he broke and why wasn't that in the indictment. The Attorney General said.
And they were done to conceal another crime, but the indictment does not specifically say what those crimes were. We are assuming, perhaps, that they might be election-related. I'm wondering if you can specify what laws were also broken.
All right. So let me say as an initial matter, the indictment doesn't specify that because the law does not so require.
So you can arrest somebody to don't tell them what they did wrong.
What?
Yeah.
What am I being arrested? Oh, I'm not required to tell you.
No, you are required.
just
Pretty
know you just broke the
sure.
law.
Pretty sure. They're required to tell you why you're being detained, arrested,
Yeah.
whatever the reason is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I mean, here's the thing. You can be detained. They can detain you.
Well, they can detain you for any reason.
For like suspicion of
Right.
whatever,
But they just
right?
want to keep you in handcuffs so you don't do something crazy while they're
Yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
You're being
Like,
detained. You're not being arrested.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I have been detained on the side of the road twice okay, in Washington State, because I had a concealed carry permit and I was speeding. And one time, the officer, he pulls me, he goes, hey, man, license registration. You know, I was like, hey, just to let you know, okay, I got a gun.
First thing you should do.
Okay, carry it on my back.
First thing you should do.
Right by my wallet. I don't want anybody getting crazy ideas. I have a permit. What do you want me to do? Oh, well, go ahead, step out of the car. So I step out of the car, hands on the hood.
Yep.
He takes everything out of my pockets, puts
Searches
it on the
you,
hood,
yeah, of course.
handcuffs me, has me sit down on the side of the road,
Got
runs
everything
the
is-
serial number on the gun, runs the plates on the vehicle, checks the license, the registration, and then comes back and goes, you know, to be honest with all that, I kind of forgot why I pulled you over. So you have a nice day.
Christ.
So, like, it's like, jeez.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That's Washington State for you, I guess.
Yeah, boy.
Keep Washington weird or whatever they say up there.
Well, that's Oregon.
Oh, that's
keep
right.
Portland weird.
Keep Portland weird. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Close
a weird
enough. They're
place,
next door
man.
neighbors. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna
It's
trickle down.
trickling
It's
in.
gonna trickle down at some point, dude.
Somebody turned that faucet like wide open.
Yeah.
But no, like when you're being arrested, they have to tell you why you're being arrested.
You're being arrested right now for
You're being arrested for
X, Y, Z.
suspicion of murder or
Public intoxication.
whatever the case may be.
Whatever it is.
And then immediately after that, they read Miranda rights.
You have
And
the
then
right
you
to remain
carry
silent,
on.
blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. And you would think, especially at like an official level, like a government official level, they would be even more inclined to do so because, like, you
Because
know,
like if you want to nail the
powers-
guy,
the powers
his
that be-
lawyer's gonna go, hey,
exactly, dude. Trump's lawyer is definitely going to notice that you didn't read that shit or you
Yeah,
didn't
you
give him a
didn't
reason.
list.
Like,
Yeah.
gonna need that.
yeah,
So
case thrown out.
I
See
haven't
ya.
really been keeping up with that. I just heard that he was indicted, and that's kind of all I've really.
Well, and
It's just
and that's all I keep hearing. I
little
go,
snippets on the
okay,
radio.
for what? Mm-hmm. For what?
Something with Stormy Daniels. He was giving money to her, hush money or something like that, and then he continued to do it. That's the story I've heard. I don't know.
Well, that happens in the NFL. That happens in the NBA.
Dude, it happens
that
with,
happens
yeah, of
in
course,
the Senate.
Of course,
I
dude.
mean,
That happens down the street. Probably
Yeah.
someone giving fucking hush money to somebody. You know, like.
I
I don't know. That's just again. I'm not trying to say against anything. That's just what I've heard. So somebody fill us in, man.
And let me clear this real quick, okay? I get why being the president, people would take issue with that. However, as far as I know, that's not illegal.
He makes less money than.
What do labels do? Labels, when you sign, and Jelly Roll will tell you this, okay, because he's talked about it on another podcast. They have you sign a non-disclosure statement that comes with your upfront fee. Mm-hmm. That's hush money. Don't tell them how much you make. Carry on.
Yep. So, non-disclosure.
Yeah.
That kind of
Same-
thing. Who knows? Again, that's just the story that I've heard. That could have changed. That was like a week ago or something like that. Then it's just some snippets that I hear on Fox Radio when I'm
Yeah.
driving to and from work.
But I could see why people would be upset that a president is paying an ex-porn star to, hush money for something. It's like, well, okay.
Obviously inappropriate, right?
Inappropriate, but not technically illegal.
Like I don't know, guys. Give us your opinions. We're always down for a chat. We ain't trying to fight anybody or start anything. We're just interested in talking. I would like to find out some more, honestly. And because I don't follow politics very closely, I'm interested to hear from you guys what you know. That's where it is. So let's finish this out.
Carry
See
on.
what else they have to say.
Oh, and you going to jail.
Yeah, that might be true in Russia or China, but this is the United States of America. I mean, that was a great point, man. I like that, man. Now you see the fake news media, you should be able to, from left and from the right, especially from the left, y'all need to wake up because everything you see on TV has, majority of it's 99% is a lie.
These
or
people on
twisted.
TV that's acting like they happy Trump got indicted and arrested.
Yeah.
They're pretending. They know these charges are fake. And
Yeah.
then when he gets vindicated,
Yeah.
when it goes to trial and he's found not guilty or whatever, even if it makes it that far,
Right.
then they're gonna pretend like, oh man, this is a travesty. Just some people above the law.
Oh, he's already calling it. Yeah, he's calling that
Damn
immediately,
good show.
dude.
Damn good show.
What?
Damn good show.
Shut up.
Hey, I got short videos up here. I got long videos down here. Don't forget to support Mike at mypillow.com and head over to our
Support
website
Mike.
over at officialhorsetwins.com. Get you some shit today. Look at this shirt. Shirt clean as shit. Don't forget to subscribe, like,
Share the video. Oh, shit.
Hey, Kevin.
Because we got a damn country to save.
Get you some shit. God, dude. See, and you're right. They do kind of remind me of us because, like,
marketing 101, bro.
it's not very constructed. It's kind of
Yeah.
just like, all right, we're at the end of the episode. We didn't plan this, so
Here we go.
Rolling out. We're gonna do a thing. All right, yeah.
Check out the merch store. Buy you some shit.
Yeah, I just see the whole thing that they're talking about with those photos being AI generated is like the further we get into that too, the scarier it gets because the more realistic things are going to start to look, and the
what's
more
real and what's not.
the more manipulated it's going to be, and sooner or later, dude, who knows? Sooner or later, there could be AI generated shit of us out there where it's like we're saying shit that we're not supposed to be saying or something, like because AI can just take a bunch of clips of us and paste them all together and make it look like we're doing. I don't know. I'm not trying to look AI. I'm not trying to give you any ideas. Okay. Anyways,
Well, and that kind of already exists. Like I know Theo Vaughn has a couple videos on, and actually Dane the Great also on Instagram. They took a clip of like an old 90s music video, right? And they can AI generate their face into it, and it looks like
it looks
them.
legit.
It looks legit.
Yeah.
And they're mouthing the words and shit.
everything moves perfectly, and
It looks.
you have to really watch it to see the imperfections. But like,
Yeah.
dude, it's getting so, and we're just at the ice, like the tip of the iceberg on that.
Yeah.
AI generation is kind of just starting to take big steps or whatever. So again, like I said, in the next 3 to 6 months, who knows what we're going to be
or
seeing?
another,
And
in 5 years, it's going to be wild.
And it's not just affecting, it could be a thing that like, and this is just kind of speculating, but like it could be a thing that like wipes out magazines, wipes out newspapers, and like, a lot of online press releases and stuff, because it's all just going to turn into junk tabloid shit because no one's going to believe any of it that's in there. And so it's all just going to get pushed.
We're almost there anyway,
that's what I mean.
but,
Like,
yeah.
it's just going to take one little more push for that to go over, dude. And it doesn't just happen in media; it's happening in music also. There are AI generated mixers in music now, where like I said, I'm looking into one right now that it's a mastering program. It's an AI mastering program that literally will take your mix and you punch in on one end. You just go, okay, I want the mix that sounds like The Rock Show from Blink-182, and you type in The Rock Show from Blink-182 and like it has it on a list or whatever, and it analyzes your mix and puts it out on the other side, and it sounds exactly like their producer produced your band. Like, and I've seen Glenn Fricker do it. He's had beta versions of it, and it's freaky good, dude. Like he did one that I think it was a Van Halen mix or something like that. He wanted it to come out more Van Halen-ish sounding. Ran it through this generator, dude, and I swear to God, dude, it was like it sounded like it was on one of their albums, man. I was like this, and so he's concerned that those kind of programs are eventually going to push maybe not the producer, but definitely the mastering engineer. They're gonna that's not going to exist anymore, because literally all you got to do is click a button and it goes, yeah, it sounds like that album now. Perfect. Volumized. The sounds are the same. Compression's the same. Everything sounds like you mixed it in that room. Like, and it's already good, and it's just starting out. So like, yeah, man, it's a really, really interesting time to be alive. And I'm the AI thing has got like, it has piqued my interest, not in the fact that I want to get into it, just in like this kind of weary, like
what's out there, man?
Just because you can, should you kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Like I think we're really starting to ask that question. Like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Well, and speaking of AI, I thought it was hilarious. There's this guy who basically set up an AI program on his computer and instructed the AI to listen to like 500 hours of just hip hop, rap, pop. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, he had the AI write, record, and produce rap songs. And so all the ones that were good, he put into an album. Was like, hey, this is what my AI made, and put it out on iTunes and shit. And it hit the billboards. So it's like,
what?
Well, fuck it, dude. I'll do it again. So he put out another album. This kid is literally doing nothing. But sitting
dude.
at his computer and going, that one sounds pretty good.
Listen to that. Yeah. Listen to that one. Listen to that one.
And then he just takes the file that the AI creates, drops it into a folder, creates an album, releases it.
Dude.
Sony signed that artist.
That doesn't surprise me at all, but
canceled the contract because they found out it was AI.
Hey, we want to sign you, and the kid's like, okay.
Fuck it. Sure.
I have a profile.
How many
on-
albums do you
yeah,
need?
I pay for a subscription for this AI generator. Sure, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, exactly. And that, dude, and that's the thing. When's that going to get to a point where they literally can't tell, and you can just continue to pump out music for somebody, and number one, like
Collecting a check,
wild,
man.
dude. Yeah, it's a really
Wild.
interesting world that we're living in right now,
It
and
is.
I'm weary about the just because you can, should you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what the AI thing has me. That's where I'm at with AI right now. Like that's why I'm not really interested in it. Is because like I don't want to. Man, I feel like it's something you could go way too far, way too fast with,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to.
Well, and Elon Musk has said that. Like, he's like, there is AI programs that currently exist that are wildly dangerous.
Like, dude, that's
And,
super.
Like,
And it takes nothing at all.
Yeah.
It takes nothing at all for an AI program to, and like that's the thing. Then we're talking about like we're crossing the line between computers becoming sentient at that point and like realizing that they're a computer and like. There was an AI program that someone was having a conversation with that I heard about on the radio where they were asking itself that like do you understand that you're a computer, and it was giving like the right answers to it, and it was like if you could do something with that or whatever, would you do it? And it was like I can't. It was giving answers like I can't say that I would or that I wouldn't. It all depends on the choices and the the outcomes of this and that and what's best for this and what would, and it's just like. Okay, stop.
Jesus.
Like you're getting hold on, stop. You're getting too far ahead, and that's what's scary about it, dude. Is
Yeah.
like it won't stop. It doesn't stop. It just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, dude.
it doesn't have to sleep.
Nope.
It just sits there and analyzes information.
And it can
as comes
create and
goes
generate and learn and watch and
Yeah.
reproduce and just anything, man. It's
Wild,
pretty
man.
interesting shit. So
And
I don't know.
Man, it's wild. Because there are some people, right? Just like, oh, you don't like this video? That's fine. Click off. Go to the next one.
Yeah,
With AI, oh, you don't like it? Shut it the fuck down. Mm-hmm. Like,
that's exactly like that's why I don't use it because I'm like I don't.
like I get where the people who are pro AI would say that. But then Elon brought up a good point when somebody asked him about that, right? He's like, well, what if the procedure to shut it down, you go to do it and the AI blocks it? Mm-hmm. Then what? Then, okay, well, you disconnect the power.
Again, like I said,
Okay, cool. That's one way to do it. Like, but then as soon as you plug it in, then what? You know?
Yeah. I guess at the end of the day, you can always unplug it from the wall. But what happens when that thing has mitigated itself to your phone and your TV and your wireless system,
I
your
mean,
infotainment in your car, because it's all based on your cloud and your profile. And so now it's regardless of where you're at and how many times you shut it down, it finds a way back into your life.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wild.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like with shit becoming sentient, it's like if you realize you're a computer, you also realize what components go into making a computer, and that's an on and off switch.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, I'm going to bypass that.
Yeah.
You're not shutting that off. Like power off? No. I got rid of that option. That doesn't exist anymore.
Uh-huh.
Dude, imagine going to your computer and going to the home screen or the home button and not seeing a power button there. It's just randomly. And you're like,
Yeah.
And then you go to like hold the button on the front of the computer, and your AI has gone in and disabled that connection in the motherboard.
Yeah.
Like, nope, that doesn't work anymore. That transistor doesn't work anymore. Like, because it can do that stuff.
Wild, man.
I don't know, dude. I'm ranting, but like that's the whole reason I haven't dove into AI is because it's a rabbit hole, man. It's a universe.
Have you ever played Cyberpunk 2023?
No, but I've seen enough of it.
Hey, you should watch the playthrough of the I forget what the taxi company is called, but it's the taxi missions.
Okay.
Because the taxi like company in town is run by an AI, and all the cars are self-driving.
Oh, I was gonna say, so no drivers.
And they're
Okay.
all like, well, then the cars start to be like, the cars are supposed to be limited AI. Like,
Right.
oh, we just run this route.
We have one program.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah. However, something happens, and the AI get the same level of consciousness as the AI that runs the company.
Okay.
And so the cars are starting to get depressed and trying to drive themselves off of bridges
What?
and shit. And you have to go like save the cars and bring them back to the garage.
Is that like a DLC or is that just straight
No,
up?
that's straight up
in the game, dude.
Yeah.
I love
It's
that.
wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super crazy.
No, I never played Cyberpunk because I wanted to get it when it first came out, but it just to this day all I hear about it is
It's buggy. The last update was better.
it came out broken, completely broken. And to this day, they've fixed and fixed and fixed and fixed and fixed. And right now is like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But like,
I
it's
played
still,
it on my shitty old Xbox.
and it worked? Okay.
As long as you didn't get too crazy into the side missions, it wasn't
Stick
too
to the
bad.
main story
yeah,
kind of
stick
thing?
to the main story
Okay.
thing. Like, the side missions would be buggy as fuck.
Okay. See, and I know there's multiple patches on PCs and mods and stuff that people have done now that kind of help alleviate some of those problems.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a time for me to get into it again. Cyberpunk, Red Dead. There's all sorts of games that
All sorts of good
I
ones.
could start playing. I'll find time eventually. Summer's coming. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be doing so many fishing videos this year. You guys, you don't even
Hell
know.
yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to catfish. I mean, I kind of know how, but I'm gonna like do it. I'm gonna be serious about it this year.
go.
Get some whoppers out there. Anyways,
Yes. Well, if you
long
guys
digression.
enjoyed this episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the
Notification gang.
And with that,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys next time. Ow. Damn good show.
Some good input on this. What I have started to notice, especially in some of the mechanical videos I've watched, even Mighty Car Mods and Donut Media and stuff like that. What I've noticed about, they'll go on and they'll make this big claim. Mighty Car Mods has a reputation for going on Facebook Marketplace, sorting by cheapest and putting in the thing and near me or whatever, and then buying sight unseen the cheapest vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're at a huge disadvantage in this region, right? Because we're literally in the Rust Belt. So I think a lot of these
we're
vehicles,
not in the worst of it.
well, I
for
guess
sure.
Minnesota area, right? Is the
Minnesota,
worst.
North South Dakota.
Right, but we still get the salt and
we get the rust, but not near as bad.
the corrosion or whatever it is. I don't
Listen,
know.
work on a car from New York, your perspective on rust will completely
Really?
change.
See, and
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. I feel like a lot of these guys get really, really good value cars because they're the cars that have been driven in places like Australia where it
Yeah.
never snows, and I know it rains in Australia and you guys do have rust there. I get it, yes, but you don't deal with the harsh winters and the ice blow from the sea and stuff in certain areas. So I feel like when I'm watching those guys, when they're getting to these bolts and stuff, like with rack and pinions and shit, it's like a lot of this stuff when we get cars like that is just corroded
Rusted the
and
fuck
you'd
out,
be lucky if you don't break some threads or something and have a major issue on your hands just trying to get something undone.
Yeah.
And so
Well, and sometimes it is. Like, Doobie's truck, I told him, I said, do not put another... I said, seriously, 6 more oil changes, and that's all you should put into this truck.
park
anymore.
it, it's done.
Because he bought it not brand new, but it was fairly low mileage.
I
Whatever.
like his truck. I like it.
However, he has never washed it one time.
Are you serious?
Since he's owned it, and he bought it back
Oh.
in 2015.
Oh, so the bottom's gone.
Oh, it is.
It's gone.
When I replaced the rear end in it, I broke 15 bolts.
Oh my
16
God.
maybe. And he wanted me to replace the parking brake cables.
The cable?
Because the cables are starting to rust on the inside. The bolts for the cable didn't look like a bolt anymore. It looked like a flower petal because they'd rusted and started to just flake apart.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I was
man.
Dude, and now the transfer case went bad. Common Nissan thing. Since the transfer case went bad, almost immediately after I put the rear diff in it, the front diff is now bad.
That was what I was like. Didn't you just put an axle in that thing or something? It was a rear diff. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So
transfer case is bad now.
transfer case and the front diff, he needs both. And I was like, dude,
Park it, dude.
not trade it the fuck
Park
in.
it. Dude,
Trade it the fuck
It's
in.
exactly like you said with my shit. Like, hey man, I need a rack and pinion, and you're like,
Don't.
does it run? Is it hard to turn? I'm like, yes, it runs. No, it's not hard to turn. You're like, drive
worry
it,
about it.
dude.
Yeah.
Like a new rack and pinion is $900. I'm like, yeah, that's like twice the value of that car. So
Yeah.
like, why would I do that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I can drive it for another 4 months and it can shit on me anyways. Like,
Right.
that's eventually the car is gonna just eat shit, and it's just
gonna be one day.
Yeah, it's just gonna. That's just how it's gonna go, dude. You're gonna get a phone call,
By
Chris.
the way, what was that?
Eastbound and down, loaded up
Loaded
weird
up
truck.
weird fucking-